All right, in this we're going to solve this square root equation, and it's going to turn out that the results, we're going to get an extraneous solution, as we talked about in the earlier video. So to solve this, we want the square root isolated so we can then square both sides. To isolate the square root, we add x to both sides, and we get the square root of x plus 8 plus 0 equals x plus 2. Next step is square both sides. Squaring a square root, they're inverse operations, so they kind of cancel each other out. Over here we get x squared plus 4x plus 4. To solve this, as we can see, this is a quadratic equation because of the x squared. Usually to solve quadratics we want to get them equal to 0. So if I subtract x and subtract 8 from both sides, these add up to 0, and we get x squared plus 3x minus 4. And we see this factors, so this factors to x plus 4, x minus 1. All right, so setting each of these factors to 0, subtracting 4, we get x equals negative 4. Adding 1, we get x equals 1. Now we need to check the solutions for square roots because of the nature of squaring both sides. You can increase the number of solutions. So we need to check these. When I plug in negative 4 into the original equation, we get the square root of negative 4 plus 8 minus a negative 4 equals 2. Well, we get the square root of 4 plus 4. This gives us 2 plus 4. Obviously, that is not true. So negative 4 is not a solution. When we try 1, we get the square root of 9. So here I'm checking x equals negative 4. Checking x equals 1, we get the square root of 9 minus 1 equals 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. This checks, so therefore the only solution to this equation is x equals 1. Now, at this point, it's a good idea to help students understand and get a deeper understanding. Graph this. Let's say right here when I subtract x when I add x to both sides, this is what we get. Now if I graph the square root of x plus 8, we're down here at negative 8, and we get this square root graph. If I graph the square root of x plus 2, if I graph y equals x plus 2, I get this graph. Y equals the square root of x plus 8, we get this graph. And we can see there's only one point where the two graphs intersect, and that is the point where x is equal to 1, which corresponds to the solutions we got doing it analytically as opposed to graphically.